We're talking about Chelsea. Just a line on you, Jay, or from you about your beloved Chelsea, because last night, I mean, fair play to Liverpool. We'll talk about them, how brilliant they were and how brilliant some of their youngsters were, including Conor Bradley. My goodness, what performance that was. But I suppose the big gulf between the two sides is the fact that if you bring a youngster in like Conor Bradley into a side that's already just, ripping up most of the Premier League for fun, and then you have a team of lots of inexperienced young players like Chelsea have, and you're expecting them to gel, that's the big difference, right?
Look, it's always easier to come in when the team's flying. When you're in the best team in the country right now, as Liverpool are, and you slot in, he was magnificent, and he has been. Every game I've seen him play, I see him come off the bench against Arsenal. Not that long ago, him and Clark come off the bench at the same time. Brilliant. Every game I've seen him, he's now solving a big problem for Klopp. He trusts him, and there's still a lot of football. Liverpool, if they were in the Champions League this season, they would be one of the favourites to win it. They blew us away last night. It was boys v men. It was heartbreaking to watch, and unfortunately we are a mid-table team and we're playing against the best side in the country, possibly Europe, and we got at a collar's felt badly.
You finished 12th last season. You're 10th at the moment. You lost 12 games in the Premier League last season. You've lost 9 so far. A long way to go, so it looks like you could lose even more. Are you going backwards?
We're definitely not going forwards. We can't. We're definitely not going forward at the moment.
Chelsea.
We're just treading. Remember you used to do that
I
at
don't
school,
even
treading
know if
water.
You are treading water.
With your pyjamas on.
I don't think you are, mate.
We are.
I don't think you are. I think the brick that they've thrown in is pulling you down.
The what?
The brick.
Oh,
all right. All right. You've had your wrist slapped for that before, all right?
What?
Just be careful.
The brick.
All right. The Blues manager, Mauricio Pochettino, spoke after the game, admitted that the better team won on the night.
Not too much to say. I think they were in all the areas better than us. I think it wasn't a good performance for us. I think too many, problems on the first half. And of course, after we can talk about some decisions that maybe not make me happy. But of course, that cannot justify that Liverpool deserve, the 3 points.
My view is about if a team plays well, it's the manager. If a team plays badly, it's the manager. Right?
Yeah, there's always a mitigating circumstance.
I know, but a great manager is a great manager for a reason. He gets the best out of a team. Okay? I look at Chelsea at the moment, right? And I know new players are coming in, lots of them, young as well. And I know a lot of big heads have left the club. But I look at the way you play football, your midfield, there's no control going on whatsoever. There's no press. There's no real understanding of what everyone's job is. And a lot of that, for my money, is down to the person in charge of tactics, formations, starting 11, substitutions, and that's Mauricio Pochettino. Now, when you got rid of Potter and you were looking at your next manager, I would imagine that the board were looking at someone to bring back the glory days. It wasn't that long ago you were kings of Europe. Was it 2 years ago?
21.
Right, okay, 3 years ago, right? You've got a manager like Pochettino. There are question marks as to whether or not he's good enough at the very, very highest level. I'm guessing his brief is to not just get Chelsea back into the top 4, short term it is, but it's also to win the Premier League and or the Champions League again.
Yep.
I just don't... Pardon?
At some stage, someone's got to do it. I'm not sure that that's his remit right now.
I don't see Chelsea at the moment as any better than I saw Chelsea last season.
No, it's hard to disagree with that because we're in exactly the same position. That there are a number of reasons, and the buck always stops with the manager. But you bring a new manager in, we still don't have a centre forward. That's not going to change. And when you look at the recruitment about what they've done,
I know, but we've seen teams play, Man City being one, where you take I'm just saying, you take out a centre forward, they cope.
Yeah, but they have another centre forward.
Spurs don't have a centre forward. I know you're going to stick with Charlton in there, but come on.
No, Spurs are a long way further down the line. Their recruitment's been brilliant. We'll talk about James Maddison later on.
Yeah.
This football club has been ripped up and it's been started again. And there's been a number of mistakes have been made. A lot of mistakes have been made. Some things they're getting right, some things they're not. Majoritarily, things have been very difficult. And if you take Poch out of this situation, if that's the question you're asking, is that you? Are you saying that?
No, my question is, where does the majority of the blame lie as to where Chelsea are at the moment?
I think you can spread this over a number of reasons.
Is there one name?
No, there's a number of reasons.
Okay.
The recruitment clearly hasn't had the impact. They've gone down a certain route, young players. Well, those young players, what you can't give them is experience. And even though we had Sterling play and Silva yesterday, and Chilwell obviously isn't fit enough to carry through 90 minutes, they're all 22, 23s. And even though this squad has been built with the vision, we won't know whether this has worked for another 3 or 4 years. But what we do know, right now it ain't working. That's what
And
we
if
do
and
know.
if you're going to have to wait 3 more years with the
prob-
results you're getting, you won't get to where you want to
The problem
get.
is, if you have no present, you've got no future.
That's right.
So
That's a very, very good point.
You need both. Football is always and always will be about the here and the now. No one cares that Chelsea were kings of Europe. Won the Club World Cup 2 years ago. No one cares. That's not on anyone's radar. It's about the now. Liverpool last season, languishing mid-table, managed to find their way eventually. Look at them now. Look at what they've done. Chelsea and Liverpool last season, there was a huge amount of difference between the pair. Now look at them. They're now fighting at the very, very top for 4 trophies.
Let's go to the phone line. Sam is a Chelsea fan. Hi, Sam.
Hi, gents. You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
No, Sam, I'm not.
No, well, do you know what? No, I'm not. I was watching that last night. Do you know what? A week or so ago, I actually gave us half a chance in the Carabao Cup final. Watching that last night, I give us absolutely zero chance whatsoever.
Can I answer that, Sam? Sam, can I answer that? Just answer that quickly, right? I hear you, but this is what Pochettino's job is now, is to look at what happened there, look at how to change it, look at what Liverpool are good at, look at what... I mean, we had some half chances yesterday. I have to say, we didn't deserve anything out of the game. I totally agree, but there were small moments. Got to tell you, Pochettino's job is to make sure that does not happen at Wembley.
Whose fault is it, Sam?
Yeah. Do you know what? The thing is, I hear loads of Chelsea fans saying, Poch out. I turn around to them and say, and tell me who you're going to bring in. Who are we going to bring in to replace him? I'm very much Poch in. I think you've got to stand by it.
I don't see the point changing.
Chelsea have, hired and fired for years under Roman, and it's worked. But now, there's no one out there who's going to come in and change us. I think there's one other thing I want to say is the recruitment. I know we've got this structure and strategy of buying young. At some point, young players need experience beside them. And, people will laugh at me saying this. I would have got Jordan Henderson in January on a short-term loan. He's experienced, level-headed, could have brought some control to that midfield. I think we're lacking so much experience. But I absolutely stand by the manager. I think it'd be pointless getting rid of him because I don't know who we're going to bring in. And you know what? If come May, June time, we finish top 8 and won the League Cup, from where we're at the minute, that's a blinding season. But I just don't think the resolution at the minute is to get rid of Poch.
Okay.
Our away form is absolutely turgid. Since the beginning
Wembley's
of
away.
last season,
Wembley's away.
But it's neutral. But in the beginning of last season, we've lost. We have the worst record in the Premier League. 22 games away from home we've lost since the beginning of last season.
I honestly think you got no chance at all in that League Cup final.
I hear you,
and it's a lovely fairy tale of you never know, but you do know.
No, I know that if I had to put £1 of Cundy money on it, it ain't going on Chelsea.
No,
right?
But you're going to say you never know.
But that's how football's not like that.
I don't know. The gulf between good and bad is so big at the moment.
Crystal Palace got smacked 9-0 at home by Liverpool.
Mate, you're going back years.
But how much money would you put on Palace?
I know, you're right, but you're going back years. The gulf between good and bad now is...
doesn't matter. There's always a chance.
Yeah, no, I don't think there is. Honestly, I don't think there is.
No, we'll see. So this is where Poch earns his money. Be better. You saw what Liverpool... We know what Liverpool are good at. We know how... Find a way. Our midfield at the moment
Liverpool's problem, right? Salah will be back as well. Liverpool's problem is what 3 to pick from the 5.
Yes.
You can't pick one.
No, and they are going to it firm favourites, and I buy all of that, and I agree with you. But that football ain't like that.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.